Hi everybody, my name's Allie.
And I'm Lexi, and we are the twins. We are super excited to be here to give you all of the Christmas cheer right in Rockefeller Center.
Now this is the tree lighting, and while people say that it is a little moment of cheer, it is actually hours of waiting and fun, and for us, histories and stories as well. So make sure that you follow, subscribe, do all the things. And let's hang out for a while at the Rockefeller Christmas tree lighting.
And if you're super lucky, we may just sing a carol or two for you. So if you have a carol that you love, please let us know. Sometimes, depending on the crowd and the vibe, people will sing with us. It's rare, but it does happen. So if you have a favorite, please let us know.
And please make sure that you check out Save the Children. We have a donation link in the description.
Yeah, so I like the story of the tree as well. We'll kind of repeat it, I think, throughout, depending on where people come in. Every year, the tree is selected by the head gardener of the Rockefeller Center. And you might be thinking, wait, there's a head gardener? I don't see like a lot of gardens here. Well, the main central plaza for the Rockefeller leading up to the ice rink is actually maintained, it's gardened. You may actually remember seeing angels. They're there every year. It's been that way since about the 60s. And those, that little area with the flowing water, that's what they maintain. But the head gardener actually picks this tree every year. Nowadays, most people want to donate their tree. They're super excited to donate their tree. That was not always the case. So there are actually some reports that the head gardener would take helicopters and fly over and select the trees. Literally would select the tree from on high, from helicopters, from news reports. It wasn't people saying, hey, I have this tree to donate. Now, it's mostly people that are trying to donate their tree, but originally they had to try to cajole people and convince them that they wanted the tree to actually be donated. For example, they had a 9-year-old who said that her parents could not give away her tree because it was her tree. It was not her parents' tree, and they had not asked her opinion, and she loved that tree, and that was going to be her pride and joy. They did finally, 5 years later, install that tree, but she had other pursuits at that point because she was now 14 instead of 9, right? This particular tree was donated, and it was actually inspired by last year's tree. If you remember last year's tree, it was a memorial. They were not able to have a full celebration of life just because the person passed away during COVID, so that was in 2020. This tree is actually also a memorial tree from around the same period. Let me grab you a picture of who it actually was donated by. This is Judy and her son. And the building is owned now by Tishman, not by Rockefeller. They put out some of these news photos on the web, so that's where we're getting all of our photos from. It's actually from Rockefeller. They should be on Google and whatnot in case you wanted to see them. But I love this picture because they actually, in order to support the tree, they usually have a giant spike that runs through it, right? They have to kind of drill it, and then they hammer that spike in. And usually the people that get to be the first people to do it are the people who donate the tree. So Judy and her son, Liam. They also had her sister, as well as, I believe, her now husband and a cousin that also got to hammer in that stake. This is not the one I'm looking for. There's one of her in her backyard. She said that it was a very fast process, which she was really surprised about. She thought it would take a really long time. I also can't imagine, in a way, having a tree that big. Living here in New York, a tree like that belongs in Central Park to me. But I'm gonna show you a picture of their house as well, because this tree towers over it. Now, the tree in this is not gonna look very pretty. Part of it is because in order for them to transport the tree, they actually have to cut off a bunch of limbs, and they use cord in order to wrap it and keep it all contained so it can be trucked over. So here is her and her son. Look at how tall this tree is compared to their house. Granted, it is a ranch, but like still, it's insane how tall it is. Like here, it doesn't feel quite as big because Rockefeller is so tall.
Better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. It's you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Woo! Better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Okay, it's just us. The tree is right behind us. It is a 75-foot tall Norfolk pine. They have had all different sorts of trees, but it seems that we are on the Norfolk ones quite consistently. And by the way, if you are wondering like how long are we gonna be here, we're gonna be here basically through the lighting and then kind of like this big section of hoopla that happens. There's usually at least one person that decides to like propose to their partner. There's usually a lot of people taking photos. We're gonna be around for that as well. We are probably gonna be doing the Wall Street tree lighting or some other kind of Christmassy stuff tomorrow. And then we have more things that we're doing throughout this weekend as well. So make sure that you follow if you can.
We will also be doing snow tubing on the longest and largest snow tubing hill in the world.
In the world.
So I'm really excited about that, and we'll be going to a place called Candy Cane Lane, which is like a Dikers Heights in the Midwest. So it'll be a ton of different beautifully decorated suburb lawns, I guess you would call them. Lawns. But so these are gonna end up being actually reused and reclaimed for Habitat for Humanity. So they're gonna make homes out of this lumber. Also, it is a memorial tree. So the Russ family donated this tree in honor of Judy Russ's husband. He died and passed away, I believe, in 2020. They have a 7-year-old son named Liam. So just keep that in mind, please. Also, thank you everybody who has been here
Donating, following, all the things like that.
Here we go, guys.
Lexi. Here we go, satellite radio.
Yeah, so let's get moving. It just looks like a treetop. It looks like a little crown alley. It looks like a little crown because it's too bright. Whose Christmas tree is better, folks? Here, move over. That's perfect. Whose Christmas tree is better, mine or Lexi's? Because Allie has a little Christmas tree hat. But we will see you all tomorrow. We have a bunch of streams coming up. If you're new, please consider following. We do a lot of events, stories, culture here in New York City, and we really care about the history.
Tomorrow.
Not
alive. We will be alive.
We'll be alive tomorrow, and we will be live tomorrow. So, wait. Yeah. Bye.